Colonel Vogel is another one of those mid-bosses Indiana Jones has to fight at some point in the movie. In Raiders of the Lost Ark, it was Swolber Buffman. In Temple of Doom, it was the slave driver. And in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, it was that guy with the ants in his pants. See what I did there? But in The Last Crusade, it was Vogel and his hefty tank. Colonel Vogel was not unlike any other Nazi officer we've seen so far, so of course he has his enemy access and pistol. In the desert ambush level, you get to fight Vogel and his beloved tank. It was an interesting fight. You kind of had to wait for him to fire his bazooka and use him when he blows up to build a landmine. What's also interesting about this is that Vogel is wearing a white uniform during the tank fight, but we don't get to see that variant as a playable character, only the black uniform. You see him wearing his black uniform when you fight him in the Trouble in the Sky level at the very beginning in the blimp. That fight was interesting too, in the sense that you literally just throw chairs and bottles at him. The final strange thing is that he actually shows up in the motorcycle escape level as one of the enemies you need to kill to use his hat at the enemy access station. I think his character served as a placeholder, but they forgot to actually put a more sensible character there, like an enemy officer. Because putting in a semi-important enemy as someone that you just randomly kill in the middle of the level is just something TT Games does not do. Now we're back to the machine gun characters. As you may remember, Wuhan did have a machine gun, but I placed him lower because he shouldn't have had one. Wuhan should have had a pistol at best. Anyway, machine guns fire more rapidly, so obviously they're more advantageous than a pistol. This Sherpa Gunner was the second of 3 boss battles inside Marion's bar. The first was that Major Thought, then it was this guy, then it was Major Thought again. It's a strange order of boss fights, to be sure. I don't know how Major Thought just decided, yep, I'm ready for more. Unfortunately, the Sherpa Gunner boss fight is similar to Major Thought's in free play. In the level, the Sherpa Gunner is surrounded by fire, so you can't just go up to punch him, you have to throw chairs at him. But in free play, one character with the gun will wipe this bozo from existence. Now here we go with the Chinese gangsters. We'll start with Chen since he gets impaled with a frickin' kebab. While yeah, Wuhan died like a chump, Chen died more like a chump. But alas, Chen is ranked higher purely because Wuhan was not a part of the Chinese gangster crew, and Chen was, so Chen is justified in having a machine gun. I feel like Chen was a third wheel in the whole Shanghai debacle. I mean, look at him. He's the type of guy who would be a third wheel for anything anyway. But he does have a machine gun, so he fires more rapidly and kills enemies faster. Unfortunately, Chen does not have any other hidden abilities, but I mean, look at him. Chen only showed up in a cutscene, not in the actual level, showing you how swept he was under the rug. Now here's the big bad gangster himself, Lao Che. Weirdly enough, he was one of my more favorite Indiana Jones villains. I used to like Mola Ram a lot, but then I realized him and Indiana Jones are only enemies because Indiana Jones intruded on his little get-together. Lao Che, however, actually has history with Indiana Jones. While it's not really explained in the movie, you can tell Lao Che and Indy have some Koji beef in the past. As for the game though, Lao Che only shows up in cutscenes like Chen, but that's okay since Lao Che is ruthless in the movie. Why Lao Che wields a machine gun, I'll never know. But I think it'd be more sensible to give Lao Che a pistol, but hey, the more machine guns, the merrier? Except free play never randomly chooses Lao Che or any machine gunners for that matter because they have no abilities that would prove useful to completing levels. Oh well. Here's the last of the Shanghai boys, Kaioken. He is the son of Lao Che, but you may wonder why he's ranked higher than his father, who's obviously more menacing. Well, Kaioken also has a machine gun, and I believe Kaioken is the only one of the Shanghai gang to be deserving of it. You see, in Temple of Doom, he actually does wield a machine gun, as you know if you've seen the movie. Even in the game, he pulls out as a semi-boss. If he was a real boss, his icon would appear at the top of the screen with hearts indicating how many hits he needs to go down. Kaioken in the Shanghai Showdown level doesn't have that. Yeah, it's not a boss fight. So, you just drive the gong, and his bullets reflect off of it as seen in the movie. So yeah, Kaioken is justified with having a machine gun, while Lao Che, Chen, and especially Wuhan do not. So you may have caught my subtle foreshadowing in the last episode, but here he is, the last Indiana Jones being featured on this series. Yes, this Indiana Jones does stand out from the rest. You want to know what it is? This guy has enemy access. This stinky, half-assed DIY style get-up that Indiana Jones slapped on in 2 seconds can actually make the guards at the enemy access station say, this guy seems legit, despite that whip on his belt. Meanwhile, the officer Indiana Jones isn't good enough, and it makes the guards say, it's a snake, throw a bomb. It's totally ridiculous. This disguise is lazy as hell, but it works. Anyway, because of this, the army disguise Indiana Jones is objectively the best variant you can play. And I want to scrub my mouth with soap by just saying that. So here's another one of Indiana Jones' girls, Willie. The whole rest of the episode is going to be centered around Willie, so just telling you now, enjoy it. Willie has 5 variants in the game, and I guess it makes sense because Willie is all in the glamour and pizzazz. Willie does have a reason why she's this high in the list, though. It's not just her high jump, which she does have since she's a woman character, but she also has the glass breaking ability, as it's officially called. I call it Super Scream, though, because that's exactly what it is. This ability is exclusive only to Willie characters, so she is useful to have around, which is surprising considering how much of a dead weight she is in the movie. You rarely see breakable glass outside the Temple of Doom levels, though. The Pajamas Willie is the last because, well, I don't know. She's not formal enough compared to how she usually is. Also, us Americans don't spell pajamas with a Y, so that threw me off too. Up next is the Evening Dress Willie, who is the second of 3 Willies you unlock in the Pink Out Secrets level alone. That's right, along with the Evening Dress Willie you unlock after completing story mode, 2 more Willies are unlocked in the store for purchase, one being the Pajama Willie you just saw. I guess Pink Out Secrets does cover a variety of scenes in the movie, but that's a record for how many unlocks of the same character in one level, you know? I should probably mention here that Willie has a phobia of ants. In fact, she's the bane of your existence in the Pink Out Secrets level for this reason. From the jungle infested with ants and snakes on the trail to the entrance to the palace, you might as well just play short round for that entire time. Unless you mow down the bugs with the elephant, in which case you can play whoever you want. Also, the ant room at the end of the Pink Out Secrets level, it's only there because of Willie. I mean, come on. This is the final Willie you unlock in the Pink Out Secrets level, and I gotta say, that torso design is bland as hell. She's ranked above the past Willies because this is the outfit she's in when she was given Monkey Brain Steed. Yep, that's literally the only reason, because all these Willies are the same, and don't take that out of context. You know what, I bet the Willie sounding suggestive has caused a slew of jokes in the comments, so I'll just refer to Willie as her full, unshortened name, Wilhelmina. No, I'm not joking, they took the name Wilhelm, added a feminine twist to it, and gave that name to the lead female role in the Temple of Doom. That definitely explains why she goes by Willie and performs in Shanghai to escape the mocking she must have gotten in her early days. But yeah, the dinner suit is ranked up this high because Wilhelmina is all about looking professional and stage worthy, and this variant is the most professional out of the Wilhelminas we've seen those so far. So this is the Wilhelmina you see while she's about to get dipped in the lava vortex or whatever that's supposed to be. You can probably argue that this variant isn't as professional as the dinner suit variant, but hear me out. I bet Wilhelmina liked the attention she got while she was strapped to that metal cage. Yes, she knew she was about to die, but in the back of her head, she probably did feel happy that she was getting more attention from Mola Ram than Indiana Jones ever did. I'm sorry, but I hated Wilhelmina in this movie. She played the damsel in distress literally the entire time. Short Round did more than her, and he's a child. I like Elsa as a character more than Wilhelmina if you take away all the Nazi affiliation. I'm talking about Elsa Schneider from The Last Crusade, by the way. Elsa from Frozen is not a Nazi, although it would be a pretty good plot twist in Frozen 2.